you're not doing them a favor. They're actually doing you a favor and working for these Ugandans. Let them be the advisors of what should be done. Is it a cost? Does it have a financial implication? It doesn't. So we should make sure that the federations advise on what should be done. Yes.
Madam Speaker, as the way of procedure, I want to advise, if you can allow the Honorable Gwang.
Madam Speaker, I want to confirm. They do advise. That's true. We work with them.
I am on the floor. Madam Speaker.
Bring me a letter which you have written to them and ask them that I want you to be the advisors of the project that is ongoing. Please lay the letter tomorrow.
Speaker, let me
Madam
first say.
Speaker, you had given me the floor. The Minister of Sports is grabbing it. As a way of procedure, Madam Speaker, there is the legal and administrative issue of handling this matter. I want to request you, Madam Speaker, to ask the Honorable Peter Ogwang, the FUFA president, will take advantage of his presence here. Maybe with the help of the government whip, to go and sort out this matter and come cleaner like they are looking now. They can go and sit and see what role can FUFA play. And then they return and tell Parliament that we have agreed as follows. Otherwise, they are bogging down work of Parliament, discussing details that are never discussed in Parliament, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, there is nothing private here. You pass the law in this house, and whatever is in the law must be implemented. That is one. Two, the advisors are advisors. I want evidence to that effect that you appointed, whom you appointed as advisor, a consultant, and so on. Two, I want you to have the scrap that is at Nambole, out of Nambole, using the legal mechanism. Can we have that scrap out of that place? 3, COSASE should thoroughly investigate UNC on how they got that sublease, how much money they got, where they declared it from. Okay? I'm talking to the Vice Chair of COSASE.
Most obliged, Madam Speaker.
And we need to know how much money has been collected. And even now, when the lease has expired, how much money Mandela National Stadium is demanding from Pioneer buses. Yes.
Madam Speaker, first of all, I want to thank you for the guidance you've given. I want to begin from the latter. The lease expired. The 5 years, which
I have already made a ruling.
Number 2, Madam Speaker, I am going to lay on this table.
You come back and lay tomorrow.
Madam Speaker, I want to say this because the documents I'm going to lay on table should be on record. Number 1, I have a documents which I'm going to lay on table. My communication with the Federation. Number 2.
Appointing them?
Not appointing them.
Okay.
Because I don't have powers to appoint them to be the official what? The official supervisors of the works in Nambole. But I have a document which we sat in a meeting, in a retreat, which we agreed on the roles and responsibilities of each party, which we are working towards achieving it. I am going to bring it and lay on the table. I thank you.
Yes, Laura.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I wanted to find out from the Honorable Mpuuga in his work as he was looking at the stadium, whether he took into consideration the fact that the stadium has been built to international standards in regards to accessibility for both spectators and users of the stadium and the parking that you talked about, did you take notice of those things? Because I'm sure that you know that we have an international and national obligation to make sure that the stadium is fully accessible to people who are like me. Thank you.
Laura, maybe just before Honorable Mpuuga comes in, we raised an issue of a ramp.
Madam Speaker, it's not just about a ramp.
Listen,
Accessibility has standards.
listen, we raised an issue of a ramp, and the engineer said it was beyond a ramp, and they were working on it.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The Honourable Member is right in asking that question. One of the statements I make in my brief statement is the fact that they have installed smart stadium facilities, meaning that the stadium can be accessed without hassle because they have installed access points from all areas. In one of the challenge areas, CAF was asking for a lift in particular spaces, and the contractor and the supervisor showed us a space where they're going to put a lift where need be. And it's one of the things they must comply with. The beauty is that the lift at that kind of stadium is not a comprehensive engineering work. They can put an interim lift for compliance in the interim. So your question is valid. The smart stadium facility is an access tech facility where from where you're seated, you can buy a ticket. When you reach the stadium, you simply swipe, your seat will be indicated and your gate, and therefore no hassling at entry. It was tested by the Honourable Speaker, and it was proven it works. It's part of the security and ease of access, as well as making it easier for spectators to enjoy the facility. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And the VIP gallery.
Ensonga z'ekisaawe kya Namboole babifufuuga buli ajja ensonga zaawa tezimatiriza kubanga ensonga entuufu bagimanyi nti ne bbaasi zino ziri ku kisaawe kya Namboole naye tezisasula ate nga ziteekeddwa okusasula. Bamanyi nnannyini zo bulungi naye tebasobola kuvaayo ne bamwogera. Buli omu yeebuzaabuza bwebuzaabuza. Honorable Mathias Mpuuga Nsamba yeegasse Juanita Amongi okububunkanya n'okubuzaabuza Paalamenti ku nsonga ezigenda mu maaso ku kisaawe ky'e Namboole. Kuba bano baatuuseeyo era bazimanyi bulungi, naye bafutyanka bannaabwe ne balowoozesa nti ensonga eno bagitunuddemu, naye ng'ate balina okubikirira bakama baabwe ku nsonga ezigenda mu maaso. Balina okwebuzaabuza naye ng'abantu leero bali akitiivu, balaba bulungi ensonga ezigenda mu maaso era tebali ready kubuzaabuzibwa.
Madam Speaker, I'm just seeking for your indulgence. We have handled a lot of issues on Namboole, but I'm seeking through Madam Speaker to the Minister to provide regulations, because we've passed the law, but it cannot be put into practice without the regulations. All the challenges we are having here are because of the regulations. This Namboole must be taken by National Council of Sports, but without regulations, you can't move. And many laws have been passed here, and there's a delay or latches in bringing regulations, which makes them ineffective. And even it comes to court, there comes challenges with the judges. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank Parliament for helping us to have the Sports Act or the sports law in place. It is true, as far as we at the Ministry of Education are concerned, we have constituted a technical team which is leading the process of the formulation of the regulations. And I want to say this, resources notwithstanding, they are one of the impediments which are affecting the final delivery of the regulations. I thank you, but we are working within our main budget or our budget to ensure that the process of regulation being in place is addressed. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. As we start with the petition, because it won't take long, rugby team, kindly bear with us. We are coming back to you in a short while.
Item 4, presentation of a petition of the Council for Abavandimwe on the alleged infringements by government on the rights of Banyarwanda who are born and raised in Uganda.
Honorable members, petitions are avenues of how citizens of a country get remedies from Parliament on specific matters. To institutionalize this avenue, the citizens engage Parliament under Rule 30 of the Rules of Procedure and the details of the structures of the petitions. The Honorable Member of Parliament, who is representing the Banyarwanda in the House, will now read the petition, and that is Honorable Seungo Joseph Gonzaga.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And as I said last time, there are very many inside here hovering and rotating, all Banyarwanda. But Madam Speaker, a petition, I'm moving under Rule 30 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. Madam Speaker, the petitioners of the Council for Bavandimwe, a duly registered association representing the Ugandan Banyarwanda community, presented on their behalf by I, Seung Joseph Gonzaga, MP Kalonzo County West, Member of Parliament, showeth and states as follows. 1, that the Banyarwanda future in the 1995 Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as one of the indigenous tribes of Uganda. 2, that the Uganda Banyarwanda became an indigenous tribe following the annexation of Rwanda's border territories, Kisoro, Kigezi, Ndorwa, among others. Madam Speaker, that the 1926 colonial population census found a sizable population of Banyarwanda living within the boundaries of Uganda. 4, that the Ugandan Banyarwanda are facing serious citizenship rights violations at the hands of both the National Migration Registration Authority, NIRA, and the Ministry of Internal Affairs Migration Department, where they are denied national identity cards and passports. 5, that many Uganda Banyarwanda have returned from abroad for either study or work to renew their passports, acquire or renew their national identity cards, and have been told that they do not qualify to be Ugandan passport or national identity card holders. At times, this has led to loss of jobs or study opportunities for these persons. 6, Madam Speaker, that the Ugandan Banyarwanda have not only been denied passports and national identity cards, but the previous passports held by these persons have been confiscated, which has caused pain, suffering, and psychological torture, and has exposed them to abuse and violation and denied them their right of association. 7, Madam Speaker, the Ugandan Banyarwanda have been denied opportunities for employment both in Uganda and abroad, since they are unable to provide national identity cards or passports to confirm and substantiate their identity as Ugandans. 8, that not only have the Uganda Banyarwanda been denied employment opportunities, but they are unable to open bank accounts, register companies, register phone lines in their names, which is denying them a right of livelihood and also costing the country revenue from the foreign remittances. 9, Madam Speaker, that some Ugandan Banyarwanda whose passports expired are stuck in the Middle East and other countries around the world without any assistance from the Ugandan foreign missions and embassies because they are deemed not to be Ugandan citizens. Madam Speaker, 10, that some of the Ugandan Banyarwanda have been unable to travel abroad for better or specialized health care, which has cost them their lives. 11, that despite their meeting with the Minister of Internal Affairs and the Director, Immigration, and several other attempts to meet the officials from National Immigration Registration Authority and the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Immigration Department, nothing has been done to address this plight. Now, therefore, your humble petitioners pray that, one, Madam Speaker, the relevant committee of Parliament investigates the segregation and violation of the rights of the Ugandan Banyarwanda in Uganda and makes a report. Two, the House urges the National Immigration Registration Authority, NIRA, and Ministry of Internal Affairs, Immigration Department, to issue national identity cards and passports, the Ugandan Banyarwanda, based on their recognition by the 1995 Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as a tribe in Uganda. And your humble petitioners are duly bound and will ever pray. And here too, your humble petitioners have appended their signature, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker.